possession with a lot to play for. Hawthorn want the double chance. Hannah on Allen. First bounce, big roar goes up. Why not? We could be in for something special here. Lawrence goes with Madden. Williams gets his hand on it with Ben Allen. They'll be two of the pivotal players today. Over the top of it, Tony Hall. Madden was awkward in trying to get a handball away. Went through Gleeson. Shoal there. Tackled by Baxter. Lawrence caught. Still caught. Allowed to go on. Bradley, the first kick of the game, to centre half forward. To Ulio. Play on call. The umpires are going to let it go early. That's going to be good to watch. And it'll be a ball up at centre half forward.
Well, no reason why that shouldn't have been a mark other than the fact that it must have been touched through the centre.
Now Hannah's on Hall. Hall's been out of form of late. Ratton's quick kick away to centre half forward. Collins back. Heaver was with him. That'll be a big dual free kick going to Collins.
Yeah, Stephen Silvani just falling there as he was attempting to apply a tackle and was a bit crude in the finish. Andrew Collins is running through centre half back. He's got a player with a little bit of space out there. It's Cooper. Pressure being applied by Christou, but Cooper gets his kick away. There was an article in the paper during the week about Paul Cooper, and I think justifiably so. He's been a terrific player in defence. Probably had a couple of years just recently where he suffered from injuries, but gee, he's been a good player for the Hawks across half-back. Just knows how to get the football. Look at Lawrence and Madden. Lawrence gets it. Hannah under pressure. Pritchard is there. Hannah will gather and should take it out of bounds, but Ratton gathers and gets a little kick along the boundary line. It's thumped away by Nugent. Platten gets his kick away in front of Bradley. It drops in short. Ratton percentages, bashes it close to the line. Nugent can't control it and will have a boundary throw in.
McKay on Jenky, a bit of a surprise. Ross, I'm not sure. He's almost tagging him by the look of it.
Two very good players too, Bruce, I might add. McKay's really stepped up nicely from South Australia.
Lawrence and Madden again. Williams got his hands on the foot. He got a high tackle, didn't get a free kick, wanted it. He's had a very good season.
Gary Ayres on Ulio, that'll test his speed.
Alvin Jarman, there's some terrific matchups. Dean Hudson. Sexton's got Gowers, a bit of height there. Throw in again. Williams, now free kick going to Madden.
And he's got to apply a few free kicks, I reckon, Ross, to make sure they don't do that ridiculous stuff in the ruck.
If they clear it up early, you're quite right. They set the standard of play. Players know what they're supposed to be doing.
Fraser Brown took the handball. Kicks the ball to centre wing. Oh, Sporting, big grab. Silvani provides the lead. Sporting centering kick. Not a particularly good one. Heaver looked for a free kick. Trapped beautifully by Alvin. They've got running shot for goal. Has missed it to behind. So the Blues get the first score. Alvin, 190 games today.
I didn't quite catch what Gerard said about the goal advantage. Did he mention
not much
at all?
He thought it was very slight and very little, maybe to the left if anything. So Carlton have got it, but it shouldn't be significant. You'd expect them to score from both ends. Langford to bring it back in. Out wide, Christou goes, gets into the back of the Hawthorn player. That was Ayres backing back. Here's Sporting. Has plenty of time. Neat looking drop punt to Fraser Brown. Langford crunches the ball out of bounds as you'd expect him to do. And it'll be a throw in with Carlton deep into attack.
Well, it's right half forward, perhaps a little closer than the half forward flank to Carlton's goal. Spalding asked to do the ruck work. Condon nearly a chance, but Heaver. Dulio. Sweeping hand pass. McKay. Left foot snap by Andrew McKay. Drifts across the face, and it's through for another behind of the Blues. So Carlton have gone forward 2 or 3 times. Hawthorn yet to cross the half-forward line. Kick in, pretty well straight down the ground. Taylor, that could be nearly a mark. It's been paid. Is the advantage for Hawthorn? No, it must come back. The ruling there, obviously, that he's got to go back because it's been awarded a mark.
Correct.
Taylor into towards the centre half back, but it was taken by Cooper. Now Ben Allen. His kick has been marked very well by Gowers. It was Baxter who initiated that, taking the hand pass at centre half back. It's Gowers in towards the forward pocket. Good lead, good kick. And there's not much you can do there, David Kernahan. That was pretty well done by the Hawks.
Yes, particularly Dunstall dummied right first, Robbo, then came back again very quickly. And once he gets those first couple of steps in front of you, there's not a player who can pick him up.
Well, he's kicked 87 goals for the season. I don't suppose you'd expect him to kick 13 and get 100 today, but he's certainly got a chance this year again to top the 100 goals. Jason Dunstall from 30 metres. Oh, gee, this is a good kick. He is such a good kick. Never looked like missing, did it?
Well, Robert, that's the difference. When he gets the ball as often as he does, he is such a proficient kick from most parts of the ground, and to start off with your first kick like that, straight as an arrow, not only it gives him confidence, but just sets the pattern for the standard of play.
Hawthorn by 4 points. Dunstall gets his first goal. An historic one, we'll tell you about that in a moment. Ratton gets the footy. Handball over towards Madden. The handball by Brown. McKay's quick handball under pressure. Brown again to Scholl. Scholl on the run, looks for an option, goes for a centering kick. Langford getting back to Olio. Great mark.
And that's that pace that might expose Gary Ayres and have to look at some change if they can reshuffle that line. Ayres, as proficient as he is in the back line, just when it comes to leg speed, just lacks it. And see Dudulo there, just kept his eyes on the footy. Well played.
Terrific mark.
Gary is just hoping that Chris Langford could come across and chop it off, but he was marking Silvani.
To Olio from 25 metres out, directly in front. He's got it. Carlton back in front. So it's a goal to 1-2. Can I tell you about Dunstall?
Certainly.
He's now number 5 on the all-time list. He went past Peter McKenna with that goal. Only 4 men in front of him.
Yes, and deservedly so, and that might keep Peter McKenna quiet for a while too. Scholl's been a very good player of late too, but Dulo with his pace, Gary Ayres had given up, hoping that perhaps Langford, as I mentioned, might come across to cut that off. Not so. And finishing off the good work was Dulo. Well played.
I was talking to one of the Carlton staff who record the reserves match, and he said that they were certainly fired up in the rooms before this game, the seniors that is. So we'll have a look at Justin Madden. He's been beaten a couple of times by Lawrence. Jenke and McKay dive on the football, and we'll have another bounce. It's only about 5 metres from the centre circle. Bradley, Nugent, that's Andrew McKay, Ray Jenke in the background, and look at that gaggle of players. It comes down to Williams. He's dragged around the neck by Allen. Probably Ben Allen a little bit stiff there, but Greg Williams trying to shrug the tackle. He's got the free kick in the centre of the ground. He's kicked to right half forward. Silvani, well done Langford. Clears the football, bounces just inside for a boundary throw-in.
Seafoot Silvani at times, he just needs to be a little bit stronger on those marks when leading like that. It takes a bit of practice, I've got to say that, but the kick was ideal for him. If he's got to make the most of his opportunities, he must hold those marks.
So ruck contest at right half forward for Carlton. Madden, good to see him in front. He must get the tap, but Allen sharked it. That's Ben Allen. Hannah and Tony Hall. Hall gathers, gives away a little ground. Pritchard's kick smothered off the boot. Back. Darren Pritchard didn't quite know where it went. Brent Heaver was the person who did the smothering. And they're all the small things that mount up by the end of the day.
Hannah did the job on Tony Hall at this ground last year. In State of Origin week when Hall kicked that spectacular goal, and Hannah had him taken from the ground. Here's Condon. The Blues upset Hawthorn that day. Jenke, in trouble this time. McKay put the pressure on. Jenke did all right. Taylor's handball over to Allen. Allen runs and then goes with a drop punt that doesn't go far enough as Heaver cuts it off. Left-hand handball to Williams. Williams to Steady. Drop punt kick to centre half forward to Spalding. D'Olio running onto it. Ayres got back. The handball was hot for Collins. D'Olio pressured him. Free kick Collins.
That sort of thing can happen when you're a bit keyed up.
That's right.
The tackle is not quite as good as what it should have been.
Collins caught but gets it to Condon. Condon's chip pass good to Pritchard. Pritchard away. Feels D'Olio running him down. Goes to centre wing. Platten goes early. Bit stiff maybe not to get a free kick in the end. Christo. Now Heaver. well up the ground for him. Penetrating drop punt. Silvani went early. Langford timed it much better. D'Ulio missed it completely. Heaver's handball was very, very wayward. Spalding over the top of it. Tough and hard at the moment. Madden with a little chip kick away from Nugent. Christo now with an opportunity to set something up. Goes with a direct left foot. A good kick to Brown. Well played, Christo.
There's no doubt there, Bruce, he had an intentional look down the field, knowing that he had to make good use of the footy after his fellow forwards had fought very hard for it. He had some space. He looked downfield, saw Brown. The kick had to be good, and it was that. Just needs Brown now to kick the goal, who has the compliment of Anthony Condon tagging him.
He's kicked 16 goals this year in his 15 matches. That's not bad, averaging over one from where he plays. Should keep the average up here. And the Blues have started well. It's a promising start by Carlton. It's early doors, we know that, but they've come out, fired up, and they've kicked a couple, and they lead 2-2 to a goal.
And Robert, your point before about the enthusiasm of the players with their tackling, the exuberance, the great thing about that is that the intent's there, which means their mind's right. They just then get their technique a little better, and everything's ideal. So good stuff from both sides. And here we see this free area with Christo and a perfect kick.
It was a good kick, wasn't it?
Oh, it had to be.
A little bit of pressure to deliver. 2-2 to a goal. Carlton lead, kicking to the left of screen. Madden favoured by the bounce. Baxter leaves it behind. Condon's got it though. Gives away a little bit of ground. Bradley, good harassing. Christo off the right foot. Silvani and Langford. Ball rebounds. Ayres under a little bit of pressure. Well caught. Still a chance for the Blues. Good bump, Silvani. Gleeson to no one in particular. Spalding's there. Back he goes. McKay. Space. Snapshot. Offline for a behind. By gee, that was heated stuff in that right forward pocket for Carlton. Both sides having a real good go at it early in this game. Langford. He's already had 3 kick-ins. Good kick, well outside the 50-metre area. Gleeson grabbed, didn't have it. Gets the free kick. Made it look worse than it was, but Gleeson's got it. It's not Gleeson, it's Heaver, rather. Kick in towards centre-half forward. Silvani. Williams always has a look. Bradley in trouble. Now Langford. Bradley's in there again. Bashes it clear. Gleeson. Caught. Brown. Hard at the footy. Justin Madden. Bangs one away. Into full forward. Ayres. Too tall, too strong for D'Ulio. And here's a good mark in the last line of defence.
Goes short. Oh, too short. Christo takes the mark. He could kick this the way he kicked the last one.
That intensity creates those little
Does, that's exactly right.
So Ayres, one of Hawthorn's most celebrated. 5 premierships, best and fairest, a couple of Norm Smiths. But maybe getting towards the end of one of the great careers. Christo, who found Brown a couple of minutes ago with pinpoint accuracy from the pocket. The drop punt, great kick, it's a goal. Well, back in the team today, he's celebrating. In the first 10 minutes, he's made a contribution, hasn't he? It's 3-3 to a goal.
Yes, and that's his first goal for the season too, Christo. So well done to that player. Coming out from midfield, terrific stuff. Not an easy spot to kick a goal from, and you did it very well.
Well, that'll give you a bit of confidence, Roscoe, when you do that early in the match.
My word.
Well, his delivery just a few minutes ago for Fraser Brown was excellent. To kick that goal, he's had a good first quarter. Madden, brilliantly Bradley. Heaver, Blues up to centre-half forward again. Punched away by D'Ulio, but he had his left hand maybe on Gary Ayres' shoulder, so Ayres will take the free kick. The kick goes too wide for Baxter, but Nugent is there. Nugent at half-back. Short kick. Marcus taken by Ben Allen. Plays on quickly. Hand pass Condon. Very important link player for the Hawks. Condon runs up to half forward. Second time the Hawks have been over that position. Chance here for Darren Jarman. Big job for Alvin. Look at that talented kick by Darren Jarman. Bajut spinning. Could have nearly bounced through for a goal, but it went straight across the face. And it's out of bounds in the right forward pocket for Hawthorn.
Just a correction, I made a comment before Condon picking up Brown. In fact, that was only momentarily. Cooper has the job on Brown.
Throw in. Madden. Ball to the back. Hall. Handball. Gives away a bit of ground. In comes Ben Allen. That should be a free kick, surely. Oh, how could you miss something like that? combination of hand passes by the Blues. Finishes with Hannah. Bradley. Brown hard at the football. Handball back into play. Sexton. Blues in trouble and half back. Ratton's got the football. He's going to be penalised. And umpire, you can't see that because you're on the backside of that pack. And that man was trying to get rid of the ball. But anyway, the free kick is with Condon. Pass into the pocket. Good lead again. Great kick. Dunstall.
I agree with Robert. How the umpire was Howard again missed the free kick to Ben Allen. I mean, it was definitely holding the man.
Maybe that suspect free kick. Here's the mark taken by Dunstall.
It's a square off.
It may have been, but
well, you hope they don't think like that.
well, Dunstall has the football. Hawthorn have kicked one goal, and Dunstall has the opportunity looking at that angle. He did it just a few seconds ago, and he kicks this one across the face, close to the line. It's hurried through. Rush behind to the Hawks. So Hawthorn 1-1, trail Carlton 3-3. We've got 12 minutes left in the first quarter.
David Kernahan, very short to Dean. Didn't gain a lot. Swings the handball to Hannah. Now they build up. Hannah to run away with a bounce. Steadies up. Neat looking drop punt to Sporting. A terrific kick. Sporting in the centre to Scholl. Oh, he's got to come back over the mark. Bad luck, Carlton. They built something there. Silvani's about 70 metres away, makes the lead. Sporting goes straight towards him. Silvani and Langford, no free kick, play on called. Collins to get back. Will he rush it through? He does. Concedes it behind. 3-4 to 1-1. Real wrestling match between Silvani. He's kicked 17 goals in his last 3 matches, including 10 in one game. Langford. He's had so many big jobs on Stephen Kernahan over the years. Created some memorable clashes, the pair. Ratton at the back, tapped it away. Bradley gets his hands on it. Under pressure, took too long, unusually. Platten worried him out of it. They then ride Platten into the ground and the Rat gets a free kick. Well, Bradley, you don't see that too often. Platten swings it out wide to Baxter, the link man, to Condon. The handball wasn't accurate. Does give Carlton a chance to pressurise. Now Platten's little left-footed neat to Pritchard at centre wing. Pritchard again goes with a little pass up towards Hall, who goes at the back of Dean, taken by Hudson. The handball in front of Nugent was okay. Nugent on the run again, left foot, good looking kick. Oh, that's a beauty. That is some goal at full pace, really running, and Hawthorn are 2-1 to 3-4.
Yeah, so the way he tried to control that ball, you wouldn't have backed him to get it even near the goals. Watch this again. Handball by Hudson was very good out in front of Nugent, knowing he had pace to run it. Loses control, gets it back again, and with that awkward style, I mean, terrific stuff, but by gee, you wouldn't have backed him the way he was trying to control that footy.
Running so quick, I thought he was going to fall over.
Yeah.
So the Blues lead 22 to 13. Great goal kicked by Glenn Nugent. Madden, oh gee, they left him alone and he went back through the pack, kicked it to half forward. Holding against Julio, Ayres' free kick. Julio not happy with the decision, but it looked as though it was probably there. Centre half back for the Hawks, Gary Ayres. Looking out wide, no, his kick goes in towards the centre of the ground. Oh, great mark, Tony Hall. The two big men jostling. Hall's kick, Mark Ben Allen, right half forward for the Hawks. They've taken a little while to settle down. They've got it going now. Pass again, Dunstall. Well, he's leading David Kernahan astray.
I tell you what, Jason Dunstall must love it when Ben Allen gets the ball in that area, as he did just before. He's a lovely kick, and more often than not, he finds Dunstall.
Is he licking his chops in, Roscoe, as he's running into that? It looked like it, didn't it?
I think he was getting his hands ready to take that mark in front of his face. Let's have a look. He's kicked the first goal, but missed these two. It's right on the line. It's taken away by Sexton. Sexton goes for Christou. Christou and Nugent. Oh, Nugent fell over. Christou will take it away, carry it the length of the ground. He's got 50 metres in front of himself. Now Platten comes in to make him kick it. The kick goes to Spalding, and Spalding nearly takes the mark. Taylor in trouble. He gets clear and kick into the centre. Lawrence is on his own and marks. Plays on. The turnover could be costly for the Blues. Here comes Collins. Collins kick to right half forward. Sexton and Gowers. Ball hits the ground. Williams, no. because there was a player there. Hawks may get out of trouble. Ben Allen, hand pass. Chance now for Tony Hall. He hooks the kick into what's centre forward. It's too high. Madden comes in and he'll relieve for the Blues. A high kick goes back near the centre of the ground with Lawrence, his opposite number. Drops what he should have taken. Heaver, kick off the ground, Bradley. Intense stuff. Jinky in trouble. Handball, will it sit? No, it doesn't quite. Ayres under pressure. He's got the football underneath. Collins will help him out. Baxter. Now Jinky for Hawthorn. And Hawthorn cool, calm and collected. It finishes with Ben Allen.
Who's gaining momentum. Allen, fifth kick. Hudson the target. Dean thumps it away. Gowers could take. Where's Dunstall? He kicks to the centre half forward area. Kernahan fell over. Or Dunstall probably didn't realise he had more time. Williams clever. Kernahan left foot. This is a good game of footy. Hannah in the front spot. It's really building now. Gleeson's little give okay. Ratton chips it beautifully to Williams. Away go the Blues. Williams goes square to Alvin. Alvin has got the paddock now. Can run forever. Well, doesn't decide to. Centres it. McKay the target. A bit loose there, Carlton, when you consider they had such a wonderful opportunity. The turnover now. Now Jarman's normally a good finisher. Dunstall. Still Dunstall. Paddles it. Hudson. Well played, Dean. Dunstall's got him. Hudson over it. Ratton's got him. It's good footy. Holding it. Ratton to take it at centre half back. It's exciting stuff, Robbo, as he gives it to Kernahan.
I thought the umpire had swallowed his whistle. Out wide towards the half forward flank. Baxter. Put it on Williams. Tony Hall. Close to the line. Alvin. He gets around Tommy Alvin and kicks it to the front of the square. Oh, big leap. Ball punch back towards the boundary line. Hudson close. It's taken over. Alvin puts the pressure on. And it's pretty hot, that football.
Greg Williams having a go there, I think, at Mill Hannah, saying, watch what you're doing. Keep your eyes open. 8-3 in favour of Carlton with tackles.
Boundary throw in. Madden and Lawrence. Ball goes to the front of the pack. Dean. Williams. They do take some risks. Oh, Williams has given it up. Gowers. He'll run into an open goal. He's going to have to kick with the left foot. It's a pretty ordinary effort. Carlton may get clear. Back there, Sexton. He's going to get a free kick, and boy, the Blues were lucky there. I'm with you, Darren Jarman. Sexton's little kick. Oh, Williams has got to get it. Oh, down he goes. Gee, they're making some mistakes. Hudson kicks the goal from a Carlton mistake. So Hawthorn have kicked 3 straight. Well, they haven't. They've kicked 3-1. Carlton have kicked 3-4. The Blues by 3 points.
Yes, on a couple of occasions there, Greg Williams trying to be too perfect with his disposal, coming across ground on one occasion, and a spoil there by Pritchard. And Hudson, who could have handballed but likes a shot at goal from there. Free kick's been let go early in this game. Umpires letting it flow. They must be consistent with that from now on.
Blues by 3 points at Waverley Park on 7 Sports scoreboard. Coming back strongly though, Hawthorn. Madden's going very well. Williams again, an ineffective kick. It ricochets off and Condon kicks it straight down Gowers' throat at centre wing. Hawthorn's played the better football in the last 5 to 6 minutes. Hall in the front spot. Good mark. Hannah mistiming it. Hall quickly on. Dunstall. Oh, great footy.
Well, yeah, they'll cut you up if you allow them a little bit of space. They've shown that, haven't they? They're a terrific side, Hawthorn.
And the beauty of it too, Robbo, is the forward flankers and the pocket players around Dunstall play up the ground so they don't crowd him. There's always space for him to run into. I know it's a big ground, but you've still got to give him room. And they do it very well.
This to put the Hawks in front. He kicked the first goal of the match. You'd reckon he'll get it from here, the great champion. He has 89 now for Dunstall. He's kicked 2 today. And this is the sign of a good team that could be trailing and then turn it round in about 6 or 7 minutes.
Yes, and the beauty about someone like Jason Dunstall in his time at Hawthorn, he's averaged 98 goals a season, which is just an outstanding effort. And the pass by Hall after a very good mark was just spot on. And no better kick a goal than this fellow.
Well, 7 shots to Carlton, 5 to Hawthorn. Hawks lead by 3 points. Madden and Lawrence, they look like having a terrific hustle all day. Here's a chance for Scholl. Ball underneath all of that. And we'll have another bounce. It's been forced forward to the nearly the edge of the square. Hawthorn centre-half forward region. Carlton 29 handballs to Hawthorn 18. Ruck contest. Madden flips it out the side there. Heaver held too high. He breaks away. Anyone to kick to? He goes to the right half forward area. McKay's got it. Good mark. Handball away. Bradley loves to run. Looks further afield. In towards centre-half forward. Gleeson and Collins. Ball hits the ground. Ayres caught. No, Brown. Left it behind. Platten falls over. 50 metres from the Carlton goal. Nugent a good collect. Pritchard looks to give the hand pass away. Nugent in trouble. Got past Christou. Then the kick in towards the centre of the ground. McKay and Allen. Allen gives it back to Nugent, who's done some good running. And what a wonderful smother by McKay. That was desperate stuff by the Carlton player. And it's forced over for a throw in just forward of centre wing in Hawthorn's attacking half. Hawthorn lead by 3 points. Carlton got away to a great start. Williams dragged to the ground, didn't have the football. Going to take the free kick. Lawrence not happy. Free kick to the Carlton centreman.
Ninth possession. They all haven't been as accurate as that though. Ratton running onto it from centre wing to centre half forward. Gleeson and Collins. Not a lot of marking power up forward. Well played Spalding to Ulio. Or hooks it back. Langford got an awkward one off the ground. Safety first. It should come off. Collins running onto it. Got a good bounce in the end. Sweeps the handball out wide. The Hawks are away. Condon normally accurate up towards Gowers. Sexton did it beautifully to come across in front and take a mark. Then to Brown. Non-stop action. Oh, poor handball. Gleeson. That was not good play by Brown. Now Gleeson again. Carlton getting possessions. Left foot by Gleeson's useful. It's handy. Running, bouncing. Now Langford turns around Scholl. Hugs the boundary line and doesn't do a good job at all. He'll be disappointed with that. Straight out on the full.
Yes, he just realised then too, Bruce, his option to come back inside to Jenky may have been the better one then. They had a free run straight up the middle of the ground then.
Gleeson, 50 metres out, tucked away in the pocket. Improves his angle, then gives it a ride. Good kick right there. Bradley went high and the ball bounces out of play. Just I wonder where Carlton's going to get his goals from today, don't you? The way this game early.
A break, Bruce. They've kicked 3 already. They've kicked 3-4.
They've had the ball, I reckon. They've had 70% of the play, and they've kicked 3 goals, and Hawthorn's kicked 4.
Already.
Haven't buried them. Just wonder where they're going to get them from. Throw in out of bounds by Taylor, and another throw in. It's 3-4 to 4-1, 25 to 22.
So Spalding doing the ruck work. Stephen Kernahan, and very, very interested onlooker. Bradley, snapshot. Across the face, it'll bounce out of bounds before Nugent can get back there, and we'll have a throw in. Well, the importance is that every player at Carlton just does a job, because Hawthorn are very, very good hand or foot passing. Taylor, over the top, Jenky bashes it back over for another throw in.
Been terrific to watch two great players in Bradley and Platten running alongside each other.
Yeah, well, they're teammates in those State of Origin games, aren't they? And they usually play pretty well in those.
They do it pretty well.
Oh, there's an infringement in the ruck. It may go to Carlton. It's being held.
Condon grabbing hold of shoulder off the play, Robbo.
Well, Scholl has a chance here to put Carlton back in front in what you'd have to say has been a fairly evenly contested first quarter. 45 kicks to Hawthorn, 42 to Carlton, as Scholl attempts to kick a goal and makes an absolute mess of it. So wasted opportunity there for Carlton.
There is their Condon just retarding Scholl. Not much in that, was there?
Langford kicks it back in. Just over a minute left in the first term.
Straight down towards Taylor. Madden provided the fist away. Christou had Williams inside. Now gets around Ayres. Done pretty well, Christou. Gee, a thumping kick again back in the Silvani direction. Langford with him. Play on call. Gleeson looks for a free kick. Langford with strength. Condon sweeps a long handball away to Nugent. Bradley to try and run him down. Nugent still with it. Did a good job. Got rid of 3 of them in the end. Platten got into a bit of a hole, but the Rat got out of it and gave it to Taylor. Some very good play by Nugent. Taylor's kick from half back to centre wing. Hall will be the target. Hannah, well played. Pritchard caught by Madden, off the ground by Pritchard, allows Hall to run onto it. Still Hall, Platten backs him up, chips it away to Ben Allen. Inside 20 seconds now. Hawthorn have got to go quickly. Ben Allen's little chip towards Jarman. Williams, well played.
He read that very well. He ran down from the 50-metre line, Bruce, and just picked that up very quickly.
It's a lot of touches, Williams, in this opening term. To Sexton. Sexton from centre-half back to Tom Alvin. Gee, there was an element of danger there. Had Gowers chopped that off. Now Bradley. Bradley from the centre square. Thumps a long one down. And at quarter time, Hawthorn are leading by 2 points. The Hawks are 4-1, the Blues are 3-5. The Hawks with Dunstall a couple of goals. Brown, Christou and Earlio the goal scorers for Carlton. Second quarter starting at Waverley Park. Big crowd, big match. Plenty of atmosphere. Hawthorn are a couple of points in front after giving Carlton a start. Lawrence thumps it away, got the advantage of the bounce. Christou had to give it up, got an awkward one. Sexton and Gowers are onto it. Off the ground by Gowers was clever. Now he takes Alvin on for pace. They run towards the boundary line. Gowers keeps it in, hooks it back rather cleverly. Attacking it hard was Dean, he had to. Then sweeps the handball, hoping that Gleeson can make the pace. He did. Made it work for him very well, Gleeson. A good job there, and then runs it to the boundary line and really got the most out of that, I feel.
Yes, Hawthorn didn't worry about tagging Greg Williams in the first quarter. They had Ben Allen just running free. Now Baxter's picking him up. Baxter was picking up Gleeson, then Heaver when Heaven changed with that player. So a change there by Alan Joyce.
Allen had 9 touches in the first quarter and Williams had 10, so they were both very much in the play. And a free kick going to Lawrence at centre wing.
Lawrence gets the hand pass back for Condon. Condon is deep on centre wing. He's kicking towards full forward. 3 Carlton players bash it clear. Platten under pressure, leaves it behind. In goes Ratton. Chance for McKay. And he may be penalised. It looked a little bit too obvious there, Andrew. And the Hawthorn player will take the free kick. It is Condon. No one really to kick to, so he's going to kick long. Well inside 50 metres. That could be a free kick against Jarman. No, it's not. It's a mark to Darren Jarman. Elvin not happy.
Yes, umpire David Howlett saying there wasn't a push there. Well, that's his interpretation. He's entitled to that. Let's just have a look. Well, there was a bit of a fall forward, wasn't there? Robbo, you disagree, but take your Carlton jumper off.
Well, he's got the football. You can't argue about that. Darren Jarman, he shot for goal. And it probably works the same way as Scholes did in the first quarter, where maybe a ticky touch with free kick resulted in a behind to Brett Scholl, and that is a behind to Darren Jarman.
Andrew McKay's come off half forward. He's picking up Condon. Scholl now on half forward, being picked up by Jenke.
David Kernahan. Sexton's his target. He's outnumbered. Gowers at the back, brought it to the ground. Hudson unable to, out of play.
4-1 there. Hawthorn when he kicked it to Sexton.
Yeah, the options, well, I'm not sure where they were elsewhere, but the percentages weren't big, Robbo, that is for sure. Would have taken a big effort by Sexton to mark it. Lawrence in the front spot, but Madden got it to Gleeson. Williams over the ball, back towards Madden. Hip and shoulder by Lawrence. Looked to be all right, and it'll be a bounce down. David Howlett coming in. Peter Dean, over 160 games. Steve Lawrence, Ratton and Pritchard getting involved with Hudson and Dean. Ratton squaring up to Pritchard.
Watch out, he'll get a free kick given against him in a minute.
David Howlett having a conversation. Pritchard almost looked like a naughty schoolboy there, didn't he? He had the feeling that he'd done something wrong. Just the facial expression. Body language. Maybe I'm reading it wrongly.
Justin Madden missed that completely then.
Oh, it's his second miss he's had. Still, it's difficult to bend down from that height.
Would have got bowled for a duck both times, I think.
Well, he gets another chance here. Lawrence to run in with him. Got his hand on it, tapped it back pretty cleverly. Free kick going to Ratton and Carlton to bring it out. So scrappy bit of footy for a minute there.
I think the umpire gave the free kick, Bruce, just to get it out of there. You can see that. See, both of these sides have tremendous respect for one another.
Free kick too high, going back to Hannah just as well because they were in a spot of bother.
Weren't they ever? But you can see how the forwards work overtime to try and keep the ball in. Christou has marked that. Good pressure being applied by Hudson. Christou goes wide, kicks it pretty high in the air, out towards half forward. Good mark, Hall. Excellent mark by Tony Hall. Handball back for Cooper. Cooper's spotted a player further afield. It's Jarman. Quick hand pass. Nugent. He's got pace to burn. Into the pocket. Hannah chips in. All players overrun it. Still Hannah there. Gets the hand pass. Christou in trouble. Carlton defence under pressure. David Kernahan disguises that pretty well and takes it over for a boundary throw-in. Big job, David Kernahan. Already Jason Dunstall has kicked 2 goals. Madden in front. Gets it down to Gleeson. Gleeson's kick high. Will land in at about centre-half back region. Good mark, Sexton. Eyes only for the footy. Hold it up. No. Play goes on. Sexton kicks straight down the ground. Spalding and Taylor. Spalding. Little tap on. Into the path of Dulio. Kicks it again. Backs himself with Gary Ayres. Ayres goes down. The Bradley little tackle was all right. Shepherd. The kick in towards half forward. Brown beaten for it this time by Cooper. And he handballs away for Ayres.
From centre half back into the centre square. Madden and Lawrence. Good take by Christou. Handball over to Scholl, who got cleverly to Williams. Back to Christou. Long left footer. Gets some distance. Silvani and Langford. Langford the front spot. Held his ground very well. Running onto it to Earlio. Didn't get the best bounce. Platten with an opportunity. Little left footer's a beauty. To Ben Allen, who takes it at the second attempt. Allen quickly on to Pritchard. Hawthorn run into the spaces so very well at Waverley Park. They played this ground brilliantly. Nugent, here's another example of what I'm talking about. And Nugent will be away now from centre wing with a centering kick to Gowers. Good kick, well played, Sexton. It was a terrific bit of footy in the back there by Sexton. Christou's kick to the space. Jenky to go back onto it. Brown attacked it. Heave a little toe poke. Brown handballs to himself. Collins to pressure him. Brown got a high tackle. Played it well. Kick a goal, son. You deserve it. Couldn't quite. Ayres sits, waits, gives it to Platten. Away they go.
Clear. Platten's kick to left half back is not too bad. Baxter was hard at the football and it sat nicely for him in the finish. Darren Baxter's kick towards the half forward area. Hudson controls it well. Dean nearly got him. Handball away, Hudson. Nugent hooks the kick up towards full forward. Out comes Dunstall. Kernahan putting some pressure on. Alvin for Hannah. Hannah held. Williams gives away a little ground. Alvin Hannah. By gee, it's hot down there in the last line of defence for the Blues. Williams in trouble. Nugent's got him. Hannah's in trouble. Look at the forwards working at 100 miles an hour for the Hawks. Allen's claiming the mark. He's caught. Goes over the boundary line. And by gee, it's hot, that football.
Yes, the umpire David Hallett is saying the mark not paid because it was touch. It must have been the finest of touches.
Boundary throw in 50 metres from Hawthorn's goal. We've already had 10 minutes in this second term and neither side has kicked a goal. Williams handball out into the path of Gleeson. Running. Can't get past. Yes, he can. Ratton it sits nicely. Gives away a little ground. Alvin. Short kick into the centre. Mark taken by Scholl.
Quickly runs on. Neat looking drop punt. Getting back to Earlio. Ayres. Free kick to Ayres. To Earlio just hanging on.
Carlton have got nothing from Stephen Silvani so far in the game.
So Ayres from centre half back goes out very wide. Good looking kick to Hall, who's got some space in front of Hannah. Hall up centre wing. Then measures his kick towards Gowers. He and Sexton are having a good duel. Now Ben Allen. Normally very accurate. To Hudson. Holds the mark. Long way out from goal. Centering kick to Gowers. Maybe should have left it for Lawrence. Good hip and shoulder on Gowers. Here's Ratton under pressure to Williams. Williams lopes away. Left foot. Sexton the target. Scholl, they sport one another. They had the numbers, Carlton. Now Scholl finds McKay. McKay gets around one Hawthorn player. Well played, Hudson, to smother it off the boot. Another turnover. The little rat comes away. Platten in the centre square. Little left foot is a good one to Lawrence. Hawthorn could make Carlton pay for this. They had the numbers. They had the momentum. Very short Baxter. Lawrence with a very poor kick that hits Dunstall on the chest. Well, that was a fluke.
It certainly was.
It's costly though.
Just one mistake, Robbo, isn't it? It comes back to haunt you ever so easily. Yeah, that handball just not good enough. But the pressure on both sides has just been fantastic.
thought Andrew McKay maybe instead of kicking could have gone another.
Could have gone again. Well, I thought he was going to by coming back into the play there.
Good view of Dunstall's angle here. It's kick 2. Drop punt. Good looking kick. 90 goals for the season for Dunstall. And Carlton paying for the turnover as Hawthorn lead 5-2 to 3-5, and the Hawks have kicked the last 4 goals of the match.
Yes, you just see this mark again. Here's the now McKay comes back into play. I thought he was going to handball back to Scholl, but Scholl went back to try and shepherd. The smother was terrific, and the goal results.
It's interesting because that doesn't show in statistics, does it?
Not at all.
Really was one of the reasons.
Most important one, yes.
Well, Hawthorn with a little bit of a break. They lead by 9 points. Madden and Lawrence. Madden leaves it for Ratton. Ratton's quick kick goes up towards half forward. Good mark, Collins. Spalding and Taylor jostling. Collins transfers play to this near side. Nugent has been prominent. Short kick, not bad either. Hudson starting to get into the play. All Hawthorn players starting to make something happen. Little kick off the ground. Looks as though it may have come from Ratton. And it's forced over for throwing.
Robert Hudson, having received the ball from Nugent, saw Nugent make extra ground to go past and receive again. He's on his left boot and he goes the other way blindly and kicks poorly.
Well, maybe just a little inexperience there from Nugent. Look at Lawrence and Madden. Just trying to get posies in the ruck. Lawrence does well. Williams handballs to himself. Boundary line too close. Throw it in, please, boundary umpire.
Greg Williams been forced to do a lot of his work back because Ben Allen's on the ball now. With Baxter picking up Williams, Ben Allen up against Heaver and Gleeson.
Madden and Lawrence again. Well played that time. Madden to Heaver. Heaver at centre wing. Taylor, one hand, couldn't quite. Spalding got rid of Collins fairly. Now Gleeson, held on to. Scholl, back turns. Good tackle. Well played, Jenke. Skill level high. Taylor to Platten. Hawthorn are winning the ball in the crunches at the moment. When it's there to be won, when it's a 50% ball, the Hawks seem to be winning it at the moment. Baxter, centre wing. Ben Allen, it sits. Takes on D'Olio a little arrogantly. Ayres to Allen again. Allen goes to Dunstall. This is champagne footy.
And good thinking by Alan Joyce for that change at quarter time, moving Baxter onto Williams. Ben Allen plays that free running role so very well. And his delivery, as you saw then, with great effort then from Gary Ayres to take the handball, give it back, shepherd D'Olio, the chaser, and Allen's disposal impeccable as usual.
He's their latest champion, isn't he, Allen? He's really grown in the last 12 months. I know he won the best and fairest a couple of years ago.
A real quiet achiever.
Dunstall's kick 3, gives it a hook, trying to get extra distance. Achieves that, but doesn't kick it accurately. And you feel that that was an important miss from Carlton's point of view, because they wouldn't want the Hawks to get another 1 or 2.
Well, they've battled to get the ball up there, really, haven't they?
Silvani looks as if he's been changed.
Well, not before time. They've got absolutely nothing out of Stephen Silvani. David Kernahan kicks the ball from centre half back. High flyers, no one can take it. Spalding is there, forced to kick with the left foot. A wobbly old punt kick. May sit for it. Christou. Can he give the hand pass? No. Unselfishly in towards centre half forward. And a good mark taken by Spalding, who was quite productive in that passage of play.
He'll always work very hard. Silvani's going down full back. Kernahan coming off. Welsh will come on. Welsh obviously will go to the forward line.
Well, during that, obviously Spalding gave the football away to Bradley. And Bradley, who I'm sure Carlton people would be much happier with Craig Bradley having a shot for goal than Big Earl. Poor old Earl Spalding, not too confident with those set shots. Here goes Bradley. Important kick for the Blues. Bradley's kick. Good goal. So Carlton pull back to within 4 points, 4-5. They trail Hawthorn 5-3.
And you really do have to admire the Spalding work rate. Robbo mentioned he'd been quite productive in that first quarter. He's had the better of Jason Taylor, and he just keeps working hard and presents a target all the time at centre half forward. Shepherds, blocks, splits packs. And as Robbo said, he probably did the right thing by passing off to Bradley.
2 points of difference, 5-3 Hawthorn, 4-5 Carlton. 4 points make that. It's Platten, very quick give to Nugent. Nugent to full forward. Silvani resting with Dunstall, play on call. Alvin, free kick to Alvin. Legged. It'll come back. Does give away a few kicks, Darren Jarman. Now Alvin from the back pocket. Swings it out wide, trying to get it to Scholl. Nugent's pace has been a factor today, out of play at half-back for Carlton.
If there's any criticism of Tommy Alvin, it's just his kicking, isn't it? But didn't quite have the penetration, he had the right idea.
Dulio off.
Yes, Hawthorn on. Hawthorn to pick up Platten. Oh, hell. Just runs straight into him. And the umpire has done nothing about it.
Now Hudson. Good handball to Allen. Awkward kick off the side of the boot. Dunstall running onto it. Little left footer. Again, not all that good, but Allen's got the chance. He's normally a good finisher. Turns, hooks it, kicks it behind. So Hawthorn, a bit sloppy in their work there at 5-4 to 4-5.
Well, that's what I was just going to bring up. We've got, what, 2 boundaries, 2 goalies, 2 fieldies, and an emergency. And no one, we thought, saw what happened, but Johnny Russo was out pretty quickly.
First kick for Silvani or handball. Take your pick for the match.
Well, he's given the hand pass away. It's Ratton, left half back, goes wide towards the wing. Bradley, well done. He was in trouble there. Gives a hand pass to Williams. Williams out in front of Alvin. May set something up here. Alvin's kicking short. Collins, oh, that was a severe crunch there. Welsh coming late. Collins stood his ground. And Collins has the football for the Hawks. Short kick in towards the centre of the ground. Mark taken by Tony Hall. Plays on. Condon running nicely. Condon's kick. Close to the boundary line, Gowers. Hawthorn will cut you up if you don't man up. Gowers in towards centre half forward. Marking contest. Dean at the back. Madden. Left it behind. And you'll pay. Hudson shot for goal is a goal. Hudson gets his second. Dunstall has kicked 3. Nugent 1. And the Hawks lead 6-4. Carlton 4-5.
Yeah, quite right there, Robbo. You do pay very dearly with that sort of mistake, and Hudson has been very productive across half forward of late. And the move by David Parkin to bring Hawthorn onto the ground to pick up Platten, who was being picked up by Bradley, now leaves Bradley being picked up by Gary Ayres, which may expose that player.
Gee,
obviously that is the thought.
Ayres did a good job here.
Yes.
Field umpire just spoke to Hawthorn and was quite deliberate in talking to him, so you do get the feeling that a booking might have been made here. Hawthorn leading 6-4, 4-5. Ben Allen's kick ricocheting off. Fraser Brown tries to squeeze a handball through. It's like a rugby scrum in there, and it'll be a ball up again with the Hawks in front.
If your courage is questioned, it's certainly questioned in that crunch there.
Brown was prominent, wasn't he? Throwing himself in. Lawrence and Madden. David Howlett just laying down the law, telling them what they can do and can't do.
They should just bounce the ball and get on with the game.
Asking for some room. Over the back was Spalding. Pritchard got his hands on it. Quick handball away by Condon. Cooper's little left footer to a space. Hannah, Hall and Platten. It should beat them, it does. It's out of play. Platten 8 kicks, 4 handballs. One of the very few players to win a Brownlow and a McGarry. And the tackles, we see a turnaround in the second term. Madden may be getting it. Ben Allen, who continues to star. Drop punt towards Dunstall. Silvani hip and shoulder, free kick Dunstall. Silvani unhappy about that.
And while that was happening, Bruce, Alan Joyce has countered the move of having Gary Ayres exposed by Bradley. There's that obvious free kick. He's moved Collins now onto Bradley, which leaves Ayres to pick up Heaver.
Dunstall with 3. Not an easy shot. He's about 35 metres out. Angle quite severe. Good looking kick. It's got it. 4 to Dunstall. Gerard was telling us about that average of 3 point something. Well, he's gone past that. It's 7-4 to 4-5.
Yes, such an important time to go past it too, yes. Definite free kick there, but the finish, as you'd expect from Jason Dunstall, all his kicks today have been from angles and very productive. As Bruce said, 4-1.
91 goals for the season now to Dunstall. Madden gets the tap out. Christou leaves it behind. Hawthorn more fierce in that encounter. Platten and Hawthorn. Platten go for the ball. And Sexton's hemmed him in. Could have been a free kick, Ross, do you think?
Well, he's the only bloke making an endeavour for the footy. You've got to protect that player,
yeah.
and he got pushed in the back end, taken higher.
Well, I don't think we ever question Johnny Platten. He always goes for the footy. Bounce on the side of the square. Madden gets the tap out, but Ben Allen, who's been a dominant player, taken by Dean, forced to kick quickly, taken by Brown. He's forced to kick under pressure. Up towards full forward. Here's a chance for the Blues in trouble. Heaver. Handball wide Bradley. Spalding misses. Could have nearly given the hand pass off, Ross, do you think, maybe?
Yes, we did everything right by actually tapping the ball on and following up, but then his kicking just let him down. 16
points is Hawthorn's advantage. 7 minutes left in the first half.
Langford. No goals on that man so far today. Down the centre, Lawrence in the front spot. Taylor took a fair while to get rid of it. Now Ratton back to Williams, should set something up. Drop punt towards Brown in the front spot. Well played, Cooper. Lord Nugent, that was good footy. Trapped it cleverly. Now Scholl. McKay should provide a shepherd. Scholl from half forward. Centering kick to nobody. Jenke to take it. And Carlton has got a serious problem. I won't say where they're going to get their goals from, but they've got a serious problem up forward. Jenke from centre half back to centre wing. Well done by Dean. Got around in front of Hall to take the mark. Has that been a swap, Hannah and Dean? There's Hall. Dean short. Gleeson. Gee, it was a slow kick, wasn't it?
Oh, terrible.
Back to Dean. Let's see if they can set something up here, the Blues. Dean back towards full forward. Welsh to come at the back. Holding his ground in the front spot, Jenke. Madden's little kick. Ben Allen. Ben Allen again. Runs it to the boundary line. Bradley with him. There's a bit of skill between those two. And it'll be a throw in the pocket.
Actually, if you consider that Hawthorn's 7 goals in nearly half a game is a 14-goal game, the Blues' defence haven't done too bad, have they?
Yes.
Madden doing the ruck work with Lawrence. They've had a titanic struggle. In comes Ayres, gets a hand pass away. Williams, gather, handball Brown, shrugs the tackle. Brown goes for goal, and this has been an absolutely fantastic goal. Well, it's been a terrific struggle for Carlton to get that 5th goal. Brown has now kicked his 2nd. Williams setting it up, a slick hand pass.
Yes, the grab by Williams after the throw was very, very clever. We'll see this again. Look at this. Under pressure from Baxter's controlled it. A look away handball. Beautiful kick by Brown, though. He's a very skillful player, that fellow.
Two to Brown, 5, 6, 7, 4. Carlton still very much in this. Gleeson from Madden. Ayres got a good bounce. There's a poor kick by Gleeson. Ayres kicks it back to half forward. Dean and Hall. Dean got rid of Hall, but then couldn't take the mark. Oh, he's made a meal out of that. Jarman to Hall from 50, from 40. Goes for it, kicks it awkwardly, but it's a goal. Oh, no. Yes, it's a post. Sorry, guys. It looks home in the run. It was an awkward-looking kick, but it was going straight.
Haven't Carlton's just slight errors cost them?
That's all it's been.
You know, Hawthorn don't make those Blues.
Silvani out to Alvin at centre half back. Alvin called to play on. Well, for the 3rd time, Tommy's kicked it to a Hawthorn player in this term. Condon chips it over wide. Jarman's been relatively quiet, but he is a deadly finisher. Dunstall the target. Hannah went early, held his ground, took the mark. He is on Hudson, and Dean's gone on to Hall. Chips it over to Scholl, who's got a bit of space now.
Well, this is where Hawthorn take it the length of the ground with their ability. And we'll see what Carlton can do. Spalding has taken the mark. He's going to be forced to kick with the left, which is not a bad kick. He gets 45 metres up towards centre half forward. Christou gives it away. Welsh back even further. Brown, kick it to the square. They've got two players back there. Oh, Bradley interfered with the player in front, but the mark has been taken back there by Langford. Away for Cooper, and the Hawks settle down. They'll clear the ball out of the danger zone.
It's a poor kick by Brown, Robert. He should have gone over the top. It was the one chance they had.
Here's Hawthorn now at centre half back. Jenky. Outside 50 metres, looking for someone to give it off to. Could go in the Hall direction. That's exactly where he goes. Sexton and Gowers. Ball drops in short. Heaver, who was he looking for? Well, one only knows, that's Brett Heaver. Baxter clears. Out on his own on centre wing is Tony Hall. He's got 5 metres to spare. He kicks it in towards centre half forward. We have a guess who's got it now. Ben Allen, who's had it 16 times before this, and we're not even up to half time. Steps back, kicks it in the Dunstall direction. Back there is Scholl, and he takes a good mark in front of the champion Hawthorn spearhead. Short pass, centre half back, taken by Ratton. Short kick, mark taken by Bradley. Handball away. Gleeson, he's caught. He's held, he didn't have the football. Oh! Hit him in the face. So Gleeson, it's against you.
Collins goes wide to Pritchard. Ratton just stands his ground. Pritchard gets around onto his left foot, centres the ball to centre half forward. Jarman did it well.
Good.
Worked around Alvin, didn't he?
Yeah, he's got caught behind, but just the ability to just not lose sight of the ball, but get front posse was very good. Carlton falling down when they go full. They don't have someone taking a mark other than Sporting across half forward or in that full forward area. Not a tall player that's able to be a target and can dominate them. When the ball hits the ground, their running players are caught out of position.
Jarman kicks from about 45 metres, drop punt straight through the middle. So Hawthorn with the answers at the moment. They're 8-5 to 5-6.
Yeah, it's been an interesting tussle between Alvin and Jarman. Jarman, just watch this mark once more. Very clever stuff in that play. Jarman's had 5 kicks, 2 handballs, and that goal. Alvin's been reasonably productive with 6 kicks and a couple of handballs. He's a very difficult player to contain, is Darren Jarman.
Well, just over 2 minutes left in the first half. 17 points now, the advantage for Hawthorn. Lawrence gets it down. Nugent caught. Got rid of the football. Baxter tried to get it clear. Scholl May gives a hand pass. Brown in turn. Chance for Christou. Gave it to the Hawthorn player. Christou again into the action. Gets onto his left foot and pumps it forward. Carlton need a mark here, and they've got it through Big Earl.
Well, he's been their only shining light there, Robbo. He certainly had the better of Jason Taylor.
Gleeson looks as though he may be coming off.
Yeah, Diulio's been waiting there for a few minutes. See this marking by Sporting, terrific stuff. Eyes on the footy.
He's got long arms, hasn't he?
Yes.
Well, let's see what he can do, because the Blues just before half-time could do with this goal. They trail by 17 points. He could make it 11-point margin. Oh, it's close. It's offline, I think. And he kicks it behind. He hasn't got a lot of confidence. He's kicked 2 behinds. 5-7 plays 8-5. 16 points Hawthorn's way.
Langford to bring her back in. Let off for Hawthorn there. Straight down the ground. Taylor and Ayres the targets. Comes to ground. Christou tried to trap it. Chance for Diulio. Quick give to Ratton. Ratton's drop. Punts a goal. An important kick for Carlton.
Yes, Sporting, we see him picture there, and Madden collided in that kick out from Langford. They both went for it. Sporting coming from the front. Madden from behind is spoiled. Watch the fist on the back of... There it is. Back of Sporting's head. He's all right.
Well, what an important blow for Carlton that one was, just before half-time. It brings them right up now to 6-7.
If it had gone the other way, it certainly would have been a big margin, wouldn't it, for 22 points. There's an infringement. It's going to Carlton to set a bounce. Hawthorn with too many in there.
And Bradley takes it from Madden. Goes long.
Bradley gets a little bit of space, gets an effective kick to the 50-metre line. No mark taken. Andrew McKay, who was prominent early in the first quarter, has drifted out of the game. And that's Ron Diulio on the bottom of that pack of players. 40 seconds left. Carlton would be half a chance to score. It's at half forward. Williams has got it. Christou gets it out. Inside 50 metres. Cooper in trouble. Welsh tries to get the handball. Spalding in the clear. Bradley, what can he do? Gets past, and he'll be forced to have a shot for goal. High, wide, and ugly, but they scored because that ball bounced very, very unusually.
Yeah, it almost looked as if it was going to go out of bounds on the full, but it came back very sharply.
So the difference is just 9 points, and, well, 104 kicks to 91 in favour of the Hawks. Handballs in favour of Carlton, 73 to 45. Marks in favour of Hawthorn, 47 to 29. So statistically, Hawthorn have dominated the first half. And that's the end of it. So at half-time, Hawthorn lead 8-5 to Carlton 6-8. 9 points in it. Dunstall has kicked 4 for Hawthorn. Hudson has kicked 2. Carlton's only multiple goal scorer is Fraser Brown with 2.
4-4 to 3-3 in that term. Spalding who copped a hard knock. There's Brown who's kicked a couple, has done some important things. Carlton's still very much a part of this game, but at half-time the Hawks are leading 8-5 to 6-8. Half about to start at Waverley. It promises a lot. Hawks have had some big third quarters in the last decade. 8-5, 6-8. Let's see if the Blues can respond. They did before half-time. Madden won the first tap. Bradley, handball over the top to D'Aulio. This could be the perfect start. You give Ronnie a chance from here. Sets himself and misses. Oh, it would have been just right for the Blues to get away to a fly, but it's 6-9 to 8-5, and they have peppered away a bit.
Yes, they have. Jason Taylor's been taken from the ground. Crawford started this third quarter. Gleeson still on the bench for the Blues.
Langford was very good in the first half. Straight down the centre. Gets distance. Lawrence, good mark. Gee, that's telling, isn't it? When you can kick it 60 metres and another bloke can take the mark for you, and suddenly you've got the ball to centre wing. That's what Hawthorn's done right there. Play on called. Little handball didn't go very far for the Welsh. Now Sexton. Quick kick away to Madden. Stood his ground well, big Justin. Puts the boot up. McKay, gee, put him under pressure. McKay's handball was sloppy. It hasn't been one of McKay's best games. Williams caught. A little hip and shoulder by Cooper was good. Then a strong tackle on Hawthorn. And it'll be a ball up with Welsh and Ayres getting involved at centre half forward.
With that change.
What's happened with the breeze, Jared? Has there been a change there?
Well, I've just been speaking to a couple of people whose opinion I value, and they tell me that out in the middle it has picked up considerably.
Well, that's interesting as Hawthorn forced the ball clear of half-back. It was Cooper's kick, a tumbling punt. Oh, brilliantly done by Crawford. And he gets his footing, gives a hand pass away. Nugent's kick is a bit of an up and under, and Hannah had plenty of time to come in and knock the ball away from Hudson. And we'll have a boundary throw in about 70 metres around from the Hawthorn goal.
Jared, can we clarify that when you say picking up? Does that mean to the left?
Yes, favouring left of screen again, Bruce.
Well, Carlton going to that end, so Hawthorn could come home with the breeze at their back. That kick smothered off the boot. Good gather by Jarman. Hudson in trouble. Gets his kick away, up towards full forward. Silvani backed himself, and that was what he had to do. Sexton kicks it back near the centre of the ground. An important win here. Oh, brilliant! Absolutely spectacular by Williams. It could finish with a goal to D'Aulio. Oh, he's missed again, but gee, that was a sensational hand pass by Williams.
Deserved better, Robbo. Looks as if Allen's back into the centre, playing not so much directly on Williams, but as an opponent, and Baxter maybe picking up Bradley now.
Langford kicks into the far side, mark taken by Baxter. Baxter is at left half back, still inside the 50-metre area for Carlton. Darren Baxter, who in the second term picked up Greg Williams. His kick goes out towards the wing. Lawrence can't take the mark. Pritchard dispossessed. Scholl gives away a little bit of ground. Free kick. Pritchard being retarded.
Quiet one from Pritchard. 6-1 so far. McKay in the front spot takes the mark. Carlton's coming out pretty well. Remember they did in the opening quarter. Had 6 shots to 1 at one stage. McKay's kick, Brown, little sharp, but he did it beautifully on Cooper. The Blues are mounting a challenge. Quick kick on, here's a chance. Well played Langford. Christou round the body towards the goal square. Bouncing ball. Sits up. Heaver's got half a chance here. He's normally very quick. He gave it away a bit early. Ayres couldn't quite take it. Poor play. Welsh left foot high. Not coming back enough. And Carlton get another behind. They're peppering, to use an old cliche, at 6-11 to 8-5.
I think it's important, Ross, that they get a goal out of the surges forward.
The important thing too, Rob, is they've started the quarter, this third one, in good style.
Well, it's just 6 points of difference now. 6-11 to 8-5. Jeeke goes straight down the ground. Williams in front. Gowers is there. Ayres gathers good vision. And a good kick too out in front of Nugent. He's got some space. Kicks in the finish in short. And Alvin. Dean. Back. Sexton. Nugent was good there. Ball forced over for a throw-in.
There's a bit expected there of Nugent by Jarman. Jarman must have been 60 metres away from him behind Alvin. He expected Nugent to carry Alvin with a kick. He's got to get in front.
Boundary throw-in. 2 kicks from Hawthorn's goal. Madden in front. Takes it. And then kicks it away. Back towards the centre of the ground. Bradley and Baxter. In goes Spalding. Bradley still a chance. No. Nearly taken by Gowers. Spalding gets his kick away towards the half-forward area. Williams, very strong and brilliant. Another sensational handball. Bradley in trouble, and well done, Ben Allen. Very well done. He was in trouble, but he forced the ball clear for a throw-in.
Gee, when you talk Williams, Bradley, Allen, you're talking the silk, aren't you? Have a look at this play by Allen. Just taking away from Bradley, putting his fist out, tapping it over the line. It's a brilliant bit of defensive football. Condon's kick smothered by McKay. There's some good things happening at the moment in the defensive area. It's going to be interesting here. Hawthorn on top of the table. We'll get a real look at them now. They're being challenged strongly by a quality team. Madden held his ground. Lawrence went to ground. Scholl came out, or was it McKay? Scholl. And it'll be again a bounce down. Well, the Blues would realise the importance of all of this. And Hawthorn to wrap up a spot in the top 2. Madden and Lawrence. Well, we wish the umpire bounced the thing and get it going. He has now. McKay and Platten ran into one another. Williams has played a beautiful third quarter and a very good first half. To centre half forward. Gowers in the front spot. Christou to Scholl. Scholl from 45. Drop punt. Scores a level. It's all square. Oh, this game's building now, Ross. It could be a big finish.
My word, Bruce, and full credit to Carlton, mate. They've really lifted their rating. They've come out in this third quarter, as we mentioned before, prepared to really take it up to Hawthorn. And they're doing that at the moment. Williams has been inspirational on a couple of passages of play. And Scholl, he just played 12 games in 92. He's been very good this season. And Ange Christou, a very good handball.
Well, I think if you have a good look at that replay, you'll see the spirit is there for the Blues. Williams brilliantly to Bradley. Bradley's kick, well, lands luckily in the arms of Brown. Brown goes wide. Good kick. Mark taken by Welsh. Good lead, but it was a very good kick by Brown. Play on now. Welsh gets around, gets the kick away, up to the goal line. He's offline and through for a behind. That's Rowan Welsh's second score for the day after coming off the interchange bench in the second term. Carlton lead by that point, kicked by Rowan Welsh.
Gee, they've had a lot more shots, the Blues, 19 to 13. 6 more shots. They're a point in front. Jeeke, a very short kick from Langford. Or from Ayres, I should say. Now Jeeke out towards Lawrence. Madden at the back, good fist away. Running it over was Collins, out of play. Ex-Beston Ferris played tremendous number of runs on games on the run. Look at the third quarter handballs. Carlton led 73 to about 50 at half time, and they've gone 13 to 2 in this term. They're certainly getting their hands on the footy. Ratton got his hand on it. Cooper over the top, play on call. Players come in from everywhere. And David Howlett to set Madden and Lawrence up again. 7-12, 8-5. Carlton has kicked 1 goal 4 in this term, and Hawthorn has not had the ball past the 50-metre line.
Well, the ruckman contesting. Here's Williams again. Got the ball clear of an awkward pack. Chance here for Carlton. It's McKay. Ran too close to the man on the mark. Scholl couldn't take it. Baxter. Handball for Platten was no good. Oh, that's a free kick to Hawthorn. Held when he didn't have the football. Mark Hawthorn had his eyes right on it. And he'll take it for Carlton. He's too far out to score. But if he gets it down quickly, the Blues would be half a chance. Hawthorn goes for the square. Spalding at the back. Can't take the mark. Collins, no. Heaver. The crumb gatherer, Welsh. Back for DeJulio. DeJulio snapshot misses. He's kicked 3 points in the third quarter. Ronnie DeJulio. Carlton lead by 2 points. Kick in. Player on his own. Here's Cooper, and he marks and carries it to the 50-metre line.
With a bounce, then runs his full quota, then kicks it defensively, hoping it'll run out. Didn't have an option. Ratton had a couple of chances, went inside to Christou, who's been very impressive back in the team today. His disposal has been excellent. That's a beauty. Welsh a good mark. He's a thumping kick. He's got Brown all alone. Well, he's going to kick from 55. And a couple of chances. Oh, look at this. Have a look at that one. Oh, a beauty. Well, we said he was a thumping kick. That was a monster.
Well, I was about to say he was being selfish and not getting back and getting the ball on quickly to Brown, who'd made the effort to make space, but he obviously knew he had something coming up. And I take my hat off to you. Terrific kick, and what a team lifter, more importantly, and that'll give his own confidence. Do his own confidence a world of good. Terrific stuff.
Well, the Blues making a real go of this. They lead by 8 points with half of the third quarter still to be played. They've had the best of the encounter in this third term so far. Bradley trying to crash his way through. Platten and Ratton. Two good ones together, Roscoe. Platten and Ratton.
Wonder if they call Ratton the Plat. They call Platten the Rat.
Ruck contest in the same spot. Lawrence gets it. Ben Allen gets it. Left foot kick to it. Up towards the half-forward region. Backing himself was Alvin. Platten's a chance. Gets some space. Short kick. Hudson. Silvani went for it. Hannah at the back. Can't control the foot. He can now. Short kick. Oh, too far. No pressure on Milhana then. And he's kicked it out on the full. Well, the kick is going to be taken from the 50-metre line by Glenn Nugent, who kicked the best goal of the game in the first quarter, going from probably a little bit closer. Umpire being quite serious about where he should kick the ball from. Here's Nugent, 50 metres from goal. He bombs it into the square. Carlton would do well to give away a behind, and they do through big Justin Madden. So that brings the scoreline back to 61 plays 54. Silvani in short, and a mark taken by Williams.
24th touch. By the way, that was Hawthorn's first score for the third term. McKay crashes through, should give off the handball. He does to Julio to McKay. Carlton stream forward to full forward. Welsh the target. Big stretch by Langford, taken by Brown, inside good to Spalding, got rid of it in a hurry. Ratton should kick it over the top. Here's a chance for the Blues. They're one out. Oh, well done, Langford. Last man standing. Maybe the kick wasn't the best for DeJulio, but Langford did the job and then kicks it to Gowers, who takes it at the second attempt. Well, gee, Carlton was streaming forward there, weren't they?
Could have got a goal out of that McKay kick. It would have brought the house down.
Sure would have. Gowers to Hall. Well played, Madden. Stuck his big frame in front of Hall. Sweeps it to Williams. 25th touch coming up. Centering kick. A good one, Christou. Oh, should have taken it in the end. Got to grab those. Jenke away. Runs sideways to try and get away from Christou. Hannah, who hasn't had the best of days, takes the chance, runs away. This is his trademark. Poor kick though, unfortunately. Scholl got the best of it. Taken by Heaver. Inside to Ratton, to Williams. Inside again. Now, Ronnie, you've got to kick this. You've kicked 3 points in this term. He's got it. A good one. Greg Williams is cutting a path through Hawthorn in this term. It's 9-13 to 8-6.
Yes, and it's interesting the move was made for Baxter to go off him and pick up Bradley. And Ben Allen now the immediate opponent of Williams, not in a tagging situation, and Williams has taken full toll of that. And some telling possessions. His handball, his distribution of the footy by has been terrific. And Ratton, those younger fellas, hear that one, look at that there. And as you said, Julio had to kick it, and he did. Great patches of play.
He's had a good quarter too, Julio. He's had about 6 posies already. Carlton lead by 13 points. They trailed by 9 points at half-time. Here's Bradley. Gets an effective kick. Round towards half-back. Punched away from Ayres by Julio. Chance for Hawthorn. Must grab it. He does. Handball over the top. Julio again. Runs up. Gets past. Another shot. No. Hand pass. Fraser Brown could dob his third. He's missed. Hit the post.
Deserve better.
It's amazing when you control the football how you look so much quicker. Carlton looked probably a little slow in the first half, but this quarter they've looked very quick.
You always look slow when you're second to the footy and chasing.
9-14 to 8-6. Was that 23 shots to 14? Carlton right on top. Hawthorn needing a goal against the tide. Gow's inside to Ayres. Ayres up towards centre wing. McKay running back. Well done, Condon, however. Now Dean sidesteps Ben Allen, then takes him on with some pace. Kicks the ball to centre half forward. Madden loping back. Welsh goes home. Madden.
What a great mark.
One of the best marks he's taken, I dare say. Not only because of the way he took it, but the situation he was in, running with the flight of the ball. An awkward one for him because of his height. Just kept his eyes on the footy and that big telescopic arm taking it beautifully.
Big kick, this one.
It is certainly, Bruce. You've summed that up pretty well.
And Baxter is now back on to Williams.
This one to really give the Blues the big edge they need and deserve the way they're playing. Madden, drop putt. It's a good one. Another one.
That would nearly be the biggest margin, wouldn't it, I think?
Well, Hawthorn got to a similar lead, probably not as big as this though, 10-14 to 8-6. I think they led about 8-5 to 5-7, something like that.
And as we saw last night with Paul Salmon with his height and dominance around the ground, just so telling. Madden has the ability to do the same thing. Watch this mark again. Dean the player to get the ball forward. Welsh the lead, but Madden from the right. Terrific.
20 points the advantage for Carlton. 11 minutes left. Their momentum is certainly there. Nugent gets the hand pass. Pritchard smothered. Just numbers by the Blues. Bradley. Hawthorn controls it. Pumps it forward again. Getting back Welsh. Collins is there and takes a good mark because he knew he was going to be confronted.
And 50
metres against the Carlton forward. Now the Blues have got to keep the momentum up. A goal for Hawthorn against the Tide is critical for them. Baxter, defensive point of the square. Gowers, kicks high, too high. Hannah at the back, marks over Hudson. Bad kick, I thought, then by Gowers. Hannah looking to give the ball off. May elect to kick long now. He's 50 metres from the Hawthorn goal. And he goes long, kicks it out of the danger area, out towards the wing. Brown. Crawford. Cooper for Hawthorn. Kicks it high. It's going to drop in short. Elvin can't take the mark. Chance for Hawthorn. Pritchard. Handball Lawrence. Lumbering. Taps it to the advantage of Jarman. Jarman. Pass a little too high. Gives Silvani the chance to bash it away. Dunstall off the ground is on the full. Free kick. No, it's off the hands maybe of Sexton. And it is a boundary throw in the right forward pocket for the Hawks.
4-6 to a point in this quarter, 10 shots to 1 in Carlton's favour. That's the domination. Play on call. Lawrence taps it out. Crawford snapshot off Dunstall's hands for a behind. So both Hawks scores have been rushed. Madden thumped one through, that one off Dunstall. And 2 shots only to 10 in this term as Paul Deere, the Norm Smith medalist, on this ground in 91 gets ready. Silvani to Ratton to Silvani. Gee, Carlton has been impressive in this term, but that's not good. Pritchard cuts it off, and it's those little mistakes that could be costly now. Hawthorn normally makes a team pay if they let them in. See what the Hawks are made of. Pritchard comes. Condon's now moved on to Williams as Joyce's reigning moves onto the champion. Ratton's handball run over the line by Lawrence, out of play.
The other player who's been good since coming on for Carlton is Hawthorn on Platten. Hawthorn just a couple of kicks, but Platten's been restricted to 9 and 4 as we see Carlton, because of their preparedness to run 27 to 9 with handballs.
Might be coincidental too, but Silvani, he hasn't had a goal done since Silvani went there. There's the battle again. It was touch. Serge will run it through. Stephen. Sorry, Robbo.
Well, Serge would be impressed with that. Made a comeback after 25 years.
8-8 to 10-14. He goes short again, and Ratton's the target, and he finds him.
Looking to give the hand pass away. He does. Silvani's run nicely from the square. Short kick. Okay, Elvin marks. Player in short and near the centre is McKay, but Elvin goes close to the boundary line. And it bounces. No, it's over on the full. Another mistake by the Blues. Hawthorn just lifting the pressure in the middle part of the third quarter. Nugent short pass. Mark taken by Tony Hall. Hall is a long, long way from goal. He'd be 2.5 kicks. He goes in short. And this is good. Baxter, Nugent running. Nugent into the pocket. Silvani in front. Affects the spoil. Blues out of trouble. Hannah's lifted. Oh, his handball too high. Pritchard, short kick, Hawthorn everywhere. Crawford marks.
Easy to criticise, Robbo, but Hannah, when you come out of defence like that, you should kick.
Ben Allen could run into an open goal. He must kick this for the Hawks. And he misses. 2 behinds to the destructive Hawthorn midfielder, Ben Allen.
Yes, and with Condon going on to Williams, we've now got Baxter picking up Bradley, leaving Mackay running with Ben Allen.
Silvani maybe went for Mackay, then decided on Mackay. Now he does go that way, and Mackay marks in the pocket. He's going along the boundary line, looking for Hawthorn, but up the back is Hall. Had his eyes and hands and everything written all over that. Handball, in come the Hawks again. They're making a surge. Condon in short, Hudson deep in the pocket. Short kick is all right, and a great mark taken by Ben Allen. He knew he was going to be in a little bit of trouble, but he put himself in, and he's marked within scoring distance.
Yes, and I thought the handball from Hudson should have come to Platten, who was running past. He just said something to Platten in. Paul Hudson saying, well, I saw the option further upfield, but instinctively he should have gone to Platten in the first place.
Well, Hawthorn have had a couple of surges in the last 5 minutes. Carlton got to a 20-point advantage. This goal, if Ben Allen can kick it, will bring the margin back to 11 points. Ben Allen's shot for goal is offline. Well, 3 points to Ben Allen.
Yes, umpire Hayden Kennedy's done a bit of a leg, maybe a calf, so emergency umpire. Is it John Russo? Is on the field.
Dean, short to Sexton. Gee, Allen's let Carlton off a couple of times. Easy shots, missing both. Sexton into the centre square. Spalding and Gowers. Gowers thumps it away. Brown takes a chance and used some strength. Ratton, this could be a chance for Carlton if Mackay can get there before Platten. Oh, well played, the Rat. Gee, did that against the Tide. Ayres' handball didn't have much on it. Pritchard felt for a free kick. Ratton went in there, and unfortunately for the Blues, Pritchard will get it.
Interesting with the umpires, because you had Peter Cameron going off the ground last week, so consecutive weeks we've had a faulty umpire.
Pritchard to Condon. We'll leave that at that, Roscoe. Condon with a slow bounce. Now 75 metres out. Goes towards Dunstall. Silvani goes with him. Oh, good mark, Silvani. He has lifted there. Terrific looking long kick. Played by Bradley. Superbly. Gives off the handball. He'll get it again. Ratton, Bradley, here's a chance. Now you know Braddles can kick him from here. Drop punt, going missing. Oh, it would have been great stuff. It's 10-15 to 8-10.
Well, he did the right thing too, Bruce. He didn't try and kick the cover off. He tried to steer it direction, knew the square was open, hoped it would roll through, but just slightly inaccurate.
Short to Pritchard, getting a few touches down the third quarter. Hawthorn is being challenged so strongly now. Gowers at centre half back.
He plays on quickly, kicks it near the centre. The mark is taken by Crawford. He ducks back onto the right foot, comes across the ground. The mark taken by Ben Allen, who's been very good in this third quarter. A high kick. Elvin's under pressure. Jarman got rid of him, and he got rid of him too early. The free kick is to Elvin, then the Blues can breathe a sigh of relief. Tommy Alvin can come down the wing. Christou has made good position. He's going in that direction, but the kick is too high. The ball rebounds. Williams under pressure. In goes Gowers and taps the ball for the boundary line. There's Hayden Kennedy in the umpires interchange area. What's happened, Gerard?
Well, he's finished for the day. He's got a problem with his right knee, I believe, and just been co-opted by Glenn James to go and have a look at it.
Thanks for that, Gerard. Platten caught. Bradley's had a good turn. Gives it across to Dean. Dean's quick kick was under pressure. Jenkins did well. He got into the front spot against Christou. Inside. Crawford running onto it. Goes out wide, looking for Hall. Dean runs into him. Play on called. Hudson, handball to nobody. Hall tries to crash his way through. Dean too high, the umpire says. Free kick.
Yeah, right arm was over the shoulder. A bit stiff there, but Dean's effort was terrific to get up and get going again, but it was high. Here it is, right arm over the shoulder.
Hall, now this would test him. It's not the longest kick. He's only kicked 6 goals in the last 9 games. High one. Madden gets in the front spot, fists it away. Dunstall, is it still in play? No, it runs away. It's out of play. So on the 7 Sports scoreboard, Hawthorn are 8-10. They haven't kicked a goal in the 3rd quarter, and the Blues are 10 goals 15.
Well, we've got 3.5 minutes left in this exciting 3rd quarter that has seen Carlton come from 9 points in arrears at half-time. Williams, Condon gives the hand pass back towards the 50-metre line. Baxter gives it away. In goes Crawford. He's down. Free kick anyway.
Against Ratton. There it is, high.
Well, that was fairly undisciplined, wasn't it, by Brett Ratton? It suggested he's been reasonably good for most of the afternoon. But he gives Crawford the chance now to have another ping at them. Ratton 12 kicks and 10 hand passes. Crawford coming from the interchange bench. Chance to kick Hawthorn's 9th goal. They've missed a few in this quarter. Crawford doesn't miss this one. So back come the Hawks. 9-10 to 10-15. It's 11 points in favour of the Blues.
And again, Robert, we just emphasise those little mistakes, and that's an undisciplined area. That area there, they could have controlled that, but those little things have turned the game against them at times, Carlton. They deserve better.
Crawford's first goal. Hawthorn coming back. 11-point margin. Remember, the Blues led by 20. Lawrence out of the centre. Poor kick to McKay, who plays on immediately. A couple of chances here. Scholl and Bradley, they could raffle it. Scholl's taken it. Bradley calls him on. Drop punt pass. Langford in the front spot. Welsh held it up well to Ulio with pace. Tucked away in the pocket. Little drop punt. Oh, Ronnie's done it again. That's his 3rd. He's kicked 2 goals, 3 in this quarter. 11-15 to 9-10, and a very big answer, that one.
Yes, and he's one of those players that had to stand up and be accountable. And I tell you what,
quarter, hasn't he?
Oh my word, Langford, they did the right thing, but then D'Ulio just taking advantage of his pace. And again, it's not easy to kick goals when you're running that pace, and to make it worse from that pocket. Terrific effort.
Yes, it really was a good kick by Ronnie D'Ulio. 3 goals in a 20-goal game so far is very important. Madden gets it out of the centre. He was favoured by the bounce. Oh, nearly a mark there. No, it should be a free kick anyway. It will be. Heaver. Brown being dragged to the ground, but it's going back to Brent Heaver. He probably should have taken the mark. He went for the chest mark and it bounced straight off. He goes into the pocket, looks for Welsh and finds him. Actually, he's added a little bit of a different dimension, hasn't he?
Yes, he's the target they've needed. Spalding's just drifted out of the game, so they needed a tall player to go there and take a grab. If he gets away from Langford, he's good enough to do something like this.
Well, he's kicked 1 goal. It was an absolute boomer of a kick earlier in the quarter. And this is an important kick with 1.5 minutes left in the 3rd term. Here goes Welsh. It kicks long to the goal line. It's helped over for a rush behind to the Blues. So a bit of an anticlimax in that build-up. Rowan Welsh, 1 goal to the Blues lead 11-16 to 9-10.
Ayres looking for an option or two. 13 scoring shots to 6 in this quarter in Carlton's favour. Ayres goes long and wide. Langford was the target. Welsh stumped it away. Heaver on the run. Normally a great kick for goal. It's a goal, a good one, a beauty. They're going to be hard to beat now. Very hard to beat the Blues.
And he's one of those players, Brent Heaver, this season has really stepped up, having just played the 12 at Melbourne. He's been a very important running type player, and he's capping off. That's his 33rd goal for the season. Has been very important.
It's amazing, Ross, that a young man like that who was at Melbourne
Can be released.
and he was allowed to leave the club. Still, you get a new birth and you get new enthusiasm. Just a minute left. Away goes Ben Allen. He's had his possessions added now, 22. High flyer, Hall. Dean back for Hawthorn. Hawthorn gets his kick away. Not much space. Madden marks. They could do something here still. Ratton straight towards goal. Looks for Welsh. Can't mark. Down to Christou. Can he kick this? He hooks it too far. Back goes to Julio. With pace, he could run away from Ayres. Shot for goal by Ronnie's. Well smothered by Gary Ayres. And it's over for a throw-in. Just 20 seconds left. The Blues were another chance there. 12-16 to 9-10. It's 24 points in favour of Carlton. Spalding and Gowers to do the ruck work. One wonders whether there's enough time. Gowers goes straight back for the boundary line, and that could be it for the third term. There's the siren. And in a sensational third quarter, the Blues kick 6 goals 8 to Hawthorn's 1-5. And Carlton lead by 24 points at three-quarter time.
Good lead by the Blues. They're playing a good jumper spot here today with what's happening in the other grounds. So,
Bruce, it's so tight, isn't it, that every 4 points you get is probably worth about 8.
start of the final term at Waverley Park. Carlton leading by 4 goals, 12-16 to 9-10. Madden and Lawrence. Madden wins it. He has won most of the day. Jarman into the centre square. Scholl, Bradley, clever. Paved it out wide, but Pritchard able to get the first clear kick away. Only as far as Dean, who dropped it. Recovered. Has time to balance up and go with a long one. Jarman's hurt himself in the centre. Gowers thumps it away. Christou waits to Heaver. G. Collins rode him into the ground. Free kick. Heaver's a long way out. He's got some options out wide. Hannah was one of them. Williams is still on his own. Still on his own. Well, he can't wait forever. Now Heaver goes towards Welsh. Stretch, getting back Nugent. Christou takes it off him. Can he get it back to Scholl? They run it out. And gee, Greg Williams had stood there for, I reckon, 15, 20 seconds on his own in the pocket. Here's Jarman's incident, just going down awkwardly. But he's back running now, in the pocket. Tapped away, taken by Ratton. Good kick, right to the square. Spalding, well played, Gowers. 12-17 to 9-10. Gee, Hawthorn wouldn't want the Blues to get the first one here.
Well, it's interesting, Bruce, a few years ago, Carlton determined what was called the Premiership quarter, the third one, and it certainly was today. Terrific effort by all players in that team in the third quarter.
Langford to kick the ball back into play for Hawthorn. He comes to this near side. A high kick, punched away by Scholl. Taken by Big Harry. Somehow he was able to get his kick away. Carlton mark taken by Christou. Well, how did Madden get his kick away?
Well, he used some evasive skills, Robbo.
Well, no Hawthorn player wanted to try and knock the ball out of his hand or try and restrict him from getting the kick. And the ball is finished with Christou. And a pretty good game by this young man. He's kicked 1 goal. This could be a telling blow for the Blues. Christou, long raking drop punt kick as a goal. So the Blues draw first blood in the last quarter, much to the delight of their fans. 13-17 to 9-10.
Well done, Justin Madden. It was a good effort to get out of that congested area. As Robbo said, there should have been someone going at the footy, but they just stood around. Gow's not able to get the Jarman. A very ordinary effort to try and get rid of the footy. And Christo, who's played back through the middle of the ground and forward this season, has done very well.
Good kick by Ange Christo.
Biggest margin clearly of the day. Madden another touch, 13, 17, 9, 10. Christo again. Gow's against the flow. The bounce favouring Carlton. Heaver couldn't quite take it. Langford stood up pretty tall then. Handball was okay to Crawford. Run sideways. Couldn't quite get it to Nugent. The tackle was okay. Paul Deere on the ground. With him Sexton, who will run it towards the boundary, and I think we'll be pretty happy to panel it over as Kernahan's getting ready to come on. 13, 17 to 9, 10.
There's an interesting little run between Deere and Sexton. Deere, who hasn't had much in the play at all, but outrun easily by Sexton.
Madden and Lawrence again wrestling and jostling for position. Lawrence backs back into him. Madden to Williams. Williams' left-hand handball was perfect. Dean ducked his head when he was being challenged. Taken by Baxter. Good tackle by Scholl. Play on called. Jarman's quick kick around his body. Platten outnumbered. All good mark Sexton. He's a Dow defender. Hawthorn takes it. Kicks it to centre wing. Good kick too to Scholl. Found him beautifully. Carlton's right on top here.
Dean off for Kernahan.
De Ulio the front spot. Jenke at the back and takes the mark.
Well, I think Brett Scholl will be disappointed with the penetration of that kick. Jenke a little too tall and very sure. Kicks back near the wing. Mackay, a big punch, goes back towards half forward for the Blues. Brown, no one questions his ability. He may have been throwing it. No. Oh, down goes D'Ulio. Crawford goes after the football. No whistle blown, so get on with it, and that's exactly what Crawford did. Back towards the centre. Carlton overrun it, but it's Sexton. Handball over the top to Brett Scholl. In turn back towards the centre. Taken by David Kernahan. He pumps it to the 50-metre line. Punch from behind. And D'Ulio, after a brilliant third quarter, has made just two little errors at the start of the last term.
Yes, and one was contacting with Paul Cooper, who's in a bit of trouble behind play.
Ball clear for Ben Allen. Allen's kick to right half forward. Out in front is Hudson. Elvin keeps his footy. Goes after the footy. Gives it back to Bradley. Bradley gets it somehow. Welsh. Here they go again, the Blues. They're deep at half forward. Brett Heaver backs himself against Langford. Williams, watch the creativity. Hand pass into the path of Heaver. Goes down. Collects the footy. Oh, he's down again. No free kick and the Hawks will get out of trouble. It finishes with Jenke.
Goes wide to Collins at centre wing. Hannah gives a free kick away. No play on. Cool. Hannah takes Collins on, then gets his own free kick. Play on given. The Williams handball is okay. Welsh goes long. Right there to the square. Sporting front spot. No. Mark, play on. Hit the ground.
Gee, it was a great effort. The umpire,
Wasn't it?
David Howell, nearly paid the effort.
I think it hit the ground, Robbo.
Yeah, it did hit the ground. But
Effort though, Bruce.
Great effort.
great effort. Oh.
Big Earl, who's played very well today. A goal here, and you reckon that'll be curtains? It's a big lead, this. Nugent running at him, Scholl, out of play. To think that Hawthorn in the second half has kicked 1 goal, and Carlton's kicked 7 goals, 9 to 1-5. What's the story with Peter Dean, Gerard Healy?
Well, he went straight into the race and was inspected by the doctor and the club physio. He's got a problem with his back or perhaps even his ribs.
Inside 20 minutes, Spalding. Kicked brilliantly, smothered by Gowers.
And Steve Lawrence has been taken off the ground. Jason Taylor back on.
Well, Hawthorn have got to outscore the Blues by 5 goals 1. And they've only managed 9 goals 10 at this stage of the game. So it's a big task for the Hawks. The Blues dictating play. The ball kicked clear by Cooper. No mark. Yes, top effort. Not paid. Bradley paddling the ball and it paddles it over for a boundary throw in. Paul Deere dumps him, but Craig Bradley quickly to his feet. 13-17 to 9-10. Down to 18 and a half minutes. Madden to do the ruck work against Paul Deere. Deere tries to get the front posse. Madden will not surrender. The ball going back near centre wing. Ratton leaves it behind. Hawthorn just with persistence. Get it clear. Jarman. Handball. They run beautifully. Tony Hall and Crawford. Crawford's kick towards full forward. No mark to Alvin. Can't get clear, but Dunstall's got him and he didn't have the football. Play on! You take it, Bruce.
Hudson to Taylor, goal. 10-10 to 13-17. Well, you know what he did, Robbo? The umpire played it holding the ball.
Correct, that's what he did.
And said, keep going, men.
That was the decision. Hudson should have gone. He didn't realise that Dunstall was so far behind. That's what he played. Dropping the ball. Should have been play on.
Well, the Hawks getting a break there, 10-10 to 13-17. Still in the picture, 70 to 95 on 7 Sports scoreboard. Deer in the ruck now against Madden. Madden wins the tap. Bradley charges through from 70 metres, kicks the ball to Welsh. Great mark! A beautiful mark against Langford.
It was a good effort, wasn't it? Not all that much experience, but certainly Chris Langford. What about Bradley screaming through the centre?
Yes, and the plaudits coming to the acting captain from his teammates. Bradley was great pace. Good stuff.
Good kick too.
Welsh has made a difference since going to full forward. He's kicked 1-2. And he's going to kick from 20 metres out, straight in front. And the Blues go further ahead. 2 to Welsh, 14 to Carlton. Cooper coming off for Ayres. And Carlton are 31 points in front again.
Yes, Cooper having some trouble with his vision after some contact with Julio. Now Ayres having to come back on. A good play there by Madden, also by Bradley particularly. There's a little tap, but a great mark by Rowan Welsh.
Oh, you'd love to be on the forward line on the end of kicks like that though, Ross, wouldn't you?
Oh, well, either end would suit, wouldn't it?
Just penetration with the kick was fantastic. He's such a good kick on the run, Craig Bradley. 14-17 to 10-10. Paul Deer, what a job he's got. He must be giving away about 20 centimetres in height to Justin Madden. Madden runs straight at him and gives away a free kick. Oh, he's got to be going the wrong way, surely he is. It's got to be a free kick to Paul Deer. And the umpire went one way. Greg Williams thought it was theirs, but Paul Deer takes it and kicks it in short where Darren Jarman has marked. Christou just a little further away. Jarman gives it to Jenky. The Hawks have got a chance here. Jenky's a good kick under normal circumstances. Alvin gets back. Dunstall can't take the mark, and it's run over by Hudson. And for whatever you want to say about Stephen Silvani, I know Dunstall's chances have been restricted by kicks not coming in all that well, but he kicked 4 goals, and then Silvani switched onto him, and he's been goalless since then. Madden falls over. Condon. Handball. Tony Hall. Quickly off the left foot. Dunstall, well done. Forced his way into the front posse and has taken the mark about 35 metres out directly in front.
I agree with the Robbo, though. Silvani has been good. Just been around, just been tapping the ball away the right time. Played him close.
He's never to be denied, though, is he, Jason Dunstall? 4 goals. And if he kicks this, the difference at the moment is 31 points, so he'll pull it back to 25 if he can kick straight. Nobody of this big crowd has left the ground. It's been an entertaining contest. Dunstall goes for goal. Gee, he rarely misses those. He's kicked his 5th. $25 points now the margin for the Blues. We've got 15 minutes left.
Yes, and the ball getting down there initially because it was a good effort by Deer in the centre of the ground to put his body in. He got a free kick and they eventually got the ball forward. And the result after a few minutes is a goal to Dunstall. So let's see how Deer handles the second bounce.
5 goals for Dunstall, 92 for the year. Hawthorn hanging in, 25 points in arrears. Madden and Deer, 11-10 to 14-17. Madden clearly. Jenky, well played. Condon was tackled fiercely. Christou got a little kick in. Ben Allen's kick out wide. Gives Jenky the run of it. McKay takes off after him. Jenky holds his ground very well. The handball wasn't good. Too far for Jarman. Bradley's had a very good second half. Alvin, quick handball over the top. Brown, Gish will get a free kick. Jarman just caught hold of him. Free to Brown, centre wing.
Played that well, didn't he, Brown?
Oh, yes, he's a smart player. No point Darren Jarman asking what was it for. The older player didn't have the footy.
He's had 21 touches, Brown. He's been good. Very consistent player. Spalding and Madden with the Flyers. Scholl, well done to Christou. It sits now back to Scholl. Good play. Back to Christou. He'll kick this. And runs in and goals.
Bruce, very good between two youngsters.
3 to Christou. 15-17 to 11-10. And that really is symbolic of Carlton's domination in the second half. What happened there?
And also good stuff by Brown, who's now had the compliment of having Darren Baxter on him to tag. And they just deceived Nugent here well enough. And then no one running at Christou at all. And an easy goal in the end.
So a very good game from young Ange Christou. 17 kicks, 6 handballs and 3 goals. Back to 31 points the margin. Bradley again, but the tap by Madden was perfect. Spalding clean bowl. So was Welsh. Centre half forward. Ayres in trouble. Christou, important little touch. Platten goes down. Hawthorn was right there with him. Ben Allen takes it away. Kicks it wide to the wing. Well done, David Kernahan. Gets away from Tony Hall. Kicks it very nicely. DeJulio into the pocket. And Welsh takes the mark. Rowan Welsh has kicked 2 goals. And Bruce, you were asking where the goals were going to come from Carlton. Well, I'll tell you. Brett Ratton 1, Scholl 1, Heaver 1, Brown 2, Bradley 1, DeJulio 3, Welsh 2, and Christou 3.
I'm surprised it took you so long to mention that.
I wanted to just push it home, Roscoe.
Just for the record, I agree with you. I've got all those marked down.
Rowan Welsh for his 3rd goal. It's a good kick. It's another Carlton goal. So Welsh, who's been an important part of this Carlton resurgence in the second half, 3 goals 2, and the Blues lead 16-17 to 11-10.
Yes, and even with just over 13 minutes remaining, it's very difficult to see Hawthorn kicking 7 goals to get back into this game. Quite a number of their ball carriers, particularly Platten, have gone right out of the game, which is due credit to Hawthorn.
Oh, the Blues have been magnificent since half-time. 16-17 to 11-10. Madden again out of the centre. McKay got his hand on it. They go over the top of him, and it'll be a bounce down. They've played football that's good enough to challenge for the premiership in the second half, and in a season where there's no clear-cut favourite for the flag, Carlton has stood up today and said, we're counted, we're still in there. Nugent round the body. High kick back towards centre half forward. Taylor and Sexton. Kernahan tackled by Hall. Williams on clever evasion. Good kick to Spalding. Well played though by Jenke. Spalding did a very good job. Well played, Big L. Langford attacks it. Welsh with him. Oh, Langford went without it. DeJulio off the ground. Jarman clever got a push. Will get a free kick. Yes, Darren, we agree. He was just letting the umpire know. But it hasn't been one of Jarman's stellar days, that's for sure. It's been a quiet one. Short to Deer. Paul Deer at centre half back to Gowers. Hawthorn running out of ideas, you reckon. Condon at half back. Swings it wide to Ayres. Takes the mark. Heaver gives away 50.
Well, I think that's the best decision, justifiable decision of 50 metres. He was going to play on, wasn't he? And he rode him into the ground and stopped play.
So Ayres comes up the centre half forward. And Hawthorn needing a miracle from here. Goes with a long one, the captain. Right into the goal square. Big fly, punched away. Still in play. Kernahan runs it over. And everything Carlton does from now on will be cheered loudly. 11-11 to 16-17.
Well, they've stood up when it was counted, the Blues. Stephen Silvani goes in short, very short. Williams back to Silvani. Good one-on-one there. Runs right through half-back, kicks it out to the wing. Spalding in front, marks. Blues doing everything right. Away for Hannah. Loves to run. 2 bounces. Gets past. Handball. Hawthorn in trouble. Still in trouble. And he's caught. His leg. Well, A for effort, but boy, you were lucky, Mark. Handball, Hannah. Hannah's in the centre of the ground. He kicks high. And guess who's got it? The big man. Justin Madden was out cold.
He's just having a rest. Just smelling the grass.
I think he's exhausted, Ross.
Well, he's played very, very well.
He has been absolutely fantastic.
And Fraser Brown just lifting his boot under Mad 10, so I think you should get up, son. Yes. Now, after all that, you should kick a goal.
Well, I think he probably was foxing for the 50 metres, which would have made a certainty of it. But Madden will shoot. He kicked a very good goal in the third quarter from about 45 metres out, 40 metres out. Don't worry about that 9, 9 and 5. Have a look at the hit-outs and how effective they've been. 27 of them, and he's given the Carlton running players every chance. Here goes Madden. A long kick by Justin Madden is just offline and through 4-1 behind. So the Blues have got the ball in the forward line with 10 3/4 minutes left, and they lead by 37 points.
Langford to centre half back. Jarman. Oh, sloppy handball. Not good at all. Unusual for him. Handball by Christou to Welsh to Hannah, getting some touches in the last quarter. Centering kick. Crawford gets under it and takes a good mark. Ratton's been very aggressive. Second time on Crawford, remember, in the third quarter. Crawford, who started on the interchange today, along with Paul Deere, they're both on the ground. Out wide to half-back. Kernahan, Hannah. Back to Bradley, who's had a very good second half. Back to Kernahan. David Kernahan's kick towards Madden. Deere wrestling with him. Ayres comes across in front, takes the mark. Ayres from centre half-back. Goes into the centre, Jarman the target. He gets the mark. Looks for 50, but not there. Handball over the top, this time to Jenke. Jenke under pressure from McKay. Good-looking kick. Taylor tried to half-volley it. He should use Collins. Now Collins able to get it. Gets around one. Then a little step pass is okay to Pritchard at centre half forward. Dunstall in the goal square. Crawford now running. Dunstall provides a lead. Pritchard unsure. He can kick a long ball, Pritchard. Said, well, useful game, but certainly not dominating. Just held his place, really. Drop punt, good kick right up there. Silvani are behind. Big cheer for a point. 11-12 to 16-18, so a 6-goal margin.
Silvani comes to the members' side, looks for Williams. It wasn't a bad kick, but Greg Williams, who's just accumulated possessions, and every one of them, without doubt, are telling possessions. Oh, Spalding high. Not paid. Yes, it is.
Was, yep.
Carlton players running everywhere. McKay could go short to Doolio. He does. Doolio deep at right half forward. Williams 12 kicks and 20 hand passes. Doolio in short and Christou.
Rob, I was just thinking last night, Gaither, Turner and Morwood came in for Collingwood. Not much between them. Hawthorn, Christou, Doolio, Kernahan and Welsh have come in today, and they've all contributed.
Yes, I think that you've got to say that Carlton went for a bit of youth. And Ross, you just can't deny it, can you?
Well,
youth and enthusiasm.
Lesson showed last night, Robert, that youthful legs and speed just is such an important factor.
Well, Christou could cap off a terrific game here. He's kicked 3. Oh, that's a good kick. He's kicked 4. 4 goals straight to Ange Christou. 17-18, plays 11-12.
And it's so important for Carlton Football Club as a whole for their future that players like Christou, Doolio, Welsh, etc. stand up in this sort of game to try and ensure their future. And they can come up alongside the likes of Fraser Brown, who stepped up this year, complement the likes of McKay, Scholl, Ratton, and the club looks so much better.
11-10 to 2-7 since half-time. It's a staggering statistic. Bradley should have got a free kick out of the centre.
He's got it.
Well, he's been tremendous since half-time. Out wide to Williams. What a game this man's played. 12 and 20 before this one. Centering kick, Welsh the target. Big leap, couldn't quite hold it. Christou kick 5. Plays it in front of himself. Collins runs him down. DeUlio couldn't quite. Quick kick away by Gowers. Gives Nugent the run of it. Allen's inside and Nugent may use him. No, goes on the left foot. Up to centre wing. Punched away by Sexton. Pulled Deer's handball. Well cut off by David Kernahan. He's had a pretty good last quarter, Kernahan. First match for the season. Jarman's tackle on Sexton, okay. Platten has been very quiet since half-time. Alvin half volleys it. Runs it towards the boundary line. Then a little kick across towards centre wing. And Carlton mark in front of Mackay. In front of Deer. Allen, I should say.
Actually, that must be a telling match-up there, Ross, too. I think Mackay's been moved on to Ben Allen.
Yes, they've chopped and changed throughout this last quarter and a half, Robbo.
Kernahan gets the hand pass and kicks to half forward. No mark taken. Heaver was nearly a chance. Nugent. Handball, Condon. Ducks back. Off the left foot. In towards the centre. Sexton eyes for the ball, but beaten for it by Jarman. Player on his own is Hudson. They should get a goal here, the Hawks. Hudson's little kick into the path of Taylor. And Taylor marks. Dunstall's in the square. They need to hold it up. They have. Successfully, Elvin did well. Now Taylor will be forced to shoot for goal. 6 minutes left. (17-18) to 11-12. 42 points the margin as Pat Cash, a well-known Hawthorn supporter, looks on. Taylor goes for goal. It's a pretty good kick. It's a goal to the Hawks. Second goal to Jason Taylor. And Hawthorn 12-12. The difference 36 points in favour of the Blues.
Yes, and Jason Taylor started at centre-half back on Earl Sporting, was taken from the field and spent nearly a half sitting on the bench. Came onto the ground in this quarter, and as Robbo said, has kicked 2 goals from centre-half forward, but a bit late.
12-12 to 17-18. Hawthorn getting a goal, Taylor second, but Carlton will get the points. Paul Deer's kick, Condon runs onto it. Oh, good tackle, Mackay. Wrapped his arms around him and pulled him to the ground fairly, and wins the ball up. Centre square.
Called that well, Bruce. It was a terrific tackle.
Deer and Madden. Condon again gets his hands on it. And again Mackay the tackler. That one not quite as spectacular. And we'll restart it. Well, Madden has been dominant, hasn't he, as we have a look at those stats. And the centre breaks with Bradley figuring strongly in a lot of those. Scholl taps it on. Or high tackle surely on Nugent, who was one of the Hawthorn's better players today. He's had 16 kicks. Here's Jarman. Goes towards Dunstall. Measures the kick pretty well. Savani. Now Hudson. Should have given the handball. He does. Dunstall to kick number 6. So the Hawks get a couple late. 6 for Dunstall. And they reduce the margin to 5 goals. It's 13-12 to 17-18.
Yes, a belated effort, but still Dunstall with 6 is still a pretty good effort considering. But Hudson just getting that handball off in time. But 4 marks should go to Carlton. They've played very, very well in this second half. The third quarter particularly has been outstanding, and they've carried on in this last quarter.
Jason Dunstall with 6 goals. Stephen Kernahan sitting it out with Rod Ashman in the foreground and the coach David Parkin at the back. I think they'd be fairly proud of Carlton's performance. They were dogged in the first half, but they've shown that they're a team to be contended with since half-time. Justin Madden picks himself up from the turf. Down to 4 minutes. Madden up against Paul Deer. He can't get his kick away this time. And a free kick.
Go to Madden. Deer just tackled him when he was nowhere near the ball.
Well, Justin wasting some seconds as Fraser Brown remonstrates with Paul Deere. I think he's a pretty difficult man to move, Paul Deere. Handball away to Hawthorn. His high kick to centre-half forward. That could have been nearly a mark to Collins. Pritchard caught by Dulio. Gets his kick away. Crawford does well on Ratton. Crawford's kick to centre-half forward. Sexton punches from Taylor. The race on now. David Kernan does well with a bit of physical strength. Handball away to Elvin. Elvin goes wide. In short, Brown takes a good mark. Did he play on? Yes. Well, that's the way the umpire called it. Handball, Platten caught, taken to the ground, no free kick. Still Paul Deere overruns it. In goes Madden, in goes Taylor, in goes Brown. By gee, they're playing for keeps. Paul Deere gets it clear. Darren Baxter, handball. OK, Nugent fumbles. 50 metres from goal, Glenn Nugent kicks long to the goal line. Silvani, is it still in? It won't be for much longer, I wouldn't think. Stephen Silvani percentage play. Kicks it over with a little one 5 metres further from the incident. Nugent 17 kicks and 6 handballs. Madden swooping on the ruck contest. Tony Hall being forced to do it. Elvin gets a quick kick out. Close to the line, it goes over on the full. Free kick to Hawthorn. 50 metres from goal will be taken by Johnny Platten.
One of his rare kicks since half-time for Platts. Too far out. Kick to the goal square. Getting in the front spot, Hall punch through by the Blues. Conceding a point. But when you're 29 in front this late in the match, that's a very, very scant reward for Hawthorn. Silvani has gone short for a lot of the day. This time Alvin, Jarman in late. Free kick to Alvin. He's had 11 and 4, Alvin. He hasn't been all that constructive. Williams has been 13 and 21 and Bradley's been 14 and 12. They're good stats. Over to Scholl. Scholl, who had 10 kicks in the second quarter against the Bombers last week, gets a second chance. Has a bounce. He's got plenty of space, time. Goes up to half forward, works the target. Big fly. Over the back hanger. 50 metres. Measures. Leans back. Kicks. Drop punt. Kicks a point. Back to 5 goals. 17-19 to 13-13. Milhanu had a hernia operation a few weeks ago. He's made a good comeback. Will be a very important player in September, and I reckon you've got to say that Carlton is in the box seat now. After today, this is a very bad result for Collingwood and a big result for Carlton. Heaver, a big turnover here, tapped away by Ayres. Still Christou, he's kicked 4. Not bad, that one. Just missing. He's a very promising player, isn't he?
I dare say, Bruce, that's he's had 26 touches, kicked 4, for one of his best games he's played.
Well, I think he's a little misleading. I think he looks slow, but his loping style gets him out of trouble. Oh, top effort by Sexton. He was given the nod earlier in the season as Carlton's most consistent player when they were going ordinary, and he holds his position away to Bradley. Bradley's kick, good mark. That's difficult to do. Stand your ground and mark like that. Well done, Spalding, looking for 50 metres. We're in the last minute, and the Blues will celebrate. The kick into the pocket, no mark taken. It's punched away, and Collins takes it over for a boundary throw-in. Madden covers some enormous territory during a game of football, the big man. Rucks all day. Paul Deere beats him for it this time. Kick smothered. Here's a chance. In goes Madden. Crawford. Paul Deere gets a kick back towards the wing. McKay leaves it behind. He's got time to recover. He'll get his kick away into the pocket. And there's the siren. And the Blues can savour the glory of a pretty good victory here at Waverley. They've won in the finish by 31 points, 17-20 to 13-13.